What's up, Buff Nation? Today is the first day of spring football. Today marks the beginning of Prime, Coach Prime season. There's been a lot of talk. There's been a lot of video. There's been a lot of social media. There's been a lot of things surrounding this program since Coach Prime has left Jackson State. Coach Prime has brought with him a unique style of covering college football, the likes we have never seen before. I've been around for a minute. Haven't seen anything like this. And right now, programs are looking at this intently, trying to decide, well, you know what? How deep do we want to go down this rabbit hole? Going behind the veil, going behind the curtains, showing possible recruits, parents, and what have you, the inner workings of our program. We've never seen this before. I've never seen this before. And I'm sure most of you have never seen this before. Some of you all that looking at this like this normally happens, it does not. It does not. Yesterday, in a meeting, Coach Prime laid down the law in terms of discipline. The discipline that he wanted to see on display during spring football.
100 mil I needed, the glory I needed. I took L's but walked around like I was undefeated.
It's time. 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 Everybody, it's time. It's time. It's time. It's time. It's time. It's time. Let it be that. Let's go. Here we go. Coaches, when we discipline, we tell them to get off the darn field. They're not hustling, and we ain't done it no more. I don't need strength and conditioning. I don't need the defensive staff. I don't need the offensive staff. I don't need anybody else trying to save it. Let it be what it is. And run. We always run between the lines. There's no walking. 2 steps before you get there. 3 steps before you get there. You run on the field at all times and run off the field at all times. That includes going from drill to drill. Transition, tempo is running. Transition, tempo. When we go from drill to drill, from station to station, we run.
Appreciate you, Deion Sanders Jr., for everything that you have brought to us since you were at Jackson State. You and Darius, y'all have done a marvelous job. Neely, all of the content creators and the people that have come along that have been on board with Coach Prime since he was at Jackson State. You all are revolutionizing social media in terms of college football behind the scenes aspects. No longer do you have to go on ESPN to get these stories. You're getting it right here, right now, from Well Off Media, from Reach the People Media, from The Pregame Show, John the Liquidator, and so on and so forth. So this is going to be pretty interesting moving forward, how they're going to continue to cover this. We've been blown away from the very beginning. Like, as I've stated earlier, we've never seen coverage like this. Normally, you see the camera crews from ESPN and what have you, and Kirk Herbstreit Game Day come in and go behind the scenes with coaches and players. But now you're getting it almost borderline full blown. They're not showing us everything. Don't get it twisted. We're not seeing everything, but we're seeing enough to get a flavor for what you can expect. I'm not going to belabor you with a lot today, because there's a lot that's going to be said by other content creators. But I just want to leave you with this. Today begins the litmus test for the Coach Prime effect. Whatever does or will not or does not happen is all going to fall on Coach Prime. No one is going to look at the players. No one is going to look at the coaches. No one is going to look at the staff. All eyes, which I think is maybe one of Coach Prime's theme songs. Give me my song. I think it's one of them is going to be All Eyes on Me. Look to hear that. Look to hear that. I also heard, what was that song Snoop and Pac did together? Ain't nothing but a buffster party. That's not what the song was named, but I think that's where Coach Prime may be going. That's maybe another one of his theme songs. He's trying to keep it under wraps, but he's giving off some tips during some of his son's video footage. So yeah, it's going to be a very, very, very interesting season. Very interesting season. I'm going to be the first to tell you, and I'm sure you may hear this from other content creators. That TCU game in Fort Worth is going to be off of the chain. Let me say that again. The opening game in Fort Worth is going to set the tone for the Colorado football season. It is going to set the tone, ladies and gentlemen. It is going to set the tone for the season. Everything is riding on this first game. Coach Prime knows the importance and the significance, and college football will know the importance and significance when they walk out of Fort Worth to board that plane back to Boulder with a W. College football will not be the same when that happens. So y'all better hold on to your seats, buckle in. It's going to be a wild ride. You heard it here first.